Hello everybody and welcome to our first parental engagement meeting. My name is Mrs Winters and I'm one of the deputy head teachers here at Featherstone High School leading on pastoral care. So the purpose of this session today is to support parents with practical guidance on getting children back into routine at home and at school to ensure good study habits. And what I'll be doing today is also showing you and showcasing for you all the virtual online platform that our students are encouraged to use when working from home. Supporting your child with back to school routines. So the importance of routines obviously goes without saying that routines help to organise your child, and daily routines help to give children some structure through the day, and this will also help them to become more in control of their school day and be more organised. So having structured routines for students are more likely to do well in school as well as at home. Top tips to help your child with routine. So what I've got on this slide for you here is just highlighted some ideas that you as parents can do to ensure that your child is happy with the routines at home, and most importantly engage with the routines so that it actually helps them when they're back in school. So first of all, making sure that your child checks their timetable every night before they go to bed so that they pack the correct equipment and the books to make sure that they actually are ready for learning for the next day. Also check the uniform in the evening, for example, ensuring that their shoes are ready for school, making sure their tie's ready. These are things that sometimes students forget when they're in a rush and sometimes come into school with the incorrect uniform. Making sure that school planner has got everything they need, especially the homework that's highlighted in the school planner, so ensure that the child actually looks through the planner regularly. Ensure that your child also uses Firefly and Google Classroom for messages, announcements, and it's really important because teachers do this on a regular, mostly daily basis. It's also very important for your child to set their alarm clock slightly earlier than the time they would intend to wake up. This is obviously very useful because I know now at the moment lots of children are struggling to get into school on time with the buses because it only takes up to 30 people on a bus. So having just an earlier time to start the day, again, will give them that kind of good routine for the start of the day. It's important also before they go to bed to turn their phone off at night so they have no notifications. And also in the morning when they wake up, have really the correct nutrition, a good breakfast, which is really vital for the importance of starting every day. I would also suggest that students have regular exercise, as this is vital for a healthy lifestyle. And when they come home, ensuring they have a really nice place at home where it's quiet so they can carry out their home learning and revision. The importance of study habits. Now, it goes without saying that study habits are essential for all children, and by building up good study habits over time, your child will not only learn the content they'll be learning in lessons, but also give them that confidence that when they go over the content, they'll become more confident in their learning at school. It's really important to ensure that your child has a good learning environment at home so they can go over the content that they've learned in lessons every day, and this will help them to recall the information from school every day. And obviously, please do as parents discuss with your child good study habits. Do ask them, where would you like to sit today to do your homework? Let me see what kind of homework you've got. Let me see how I can help you. So top tips to actually help your child studying at home. As you can see here on the slide, I've highlighted a few ideas, top 3 ideas actually, that will help you in terms of getting your child in that kind of studying habit. So first of all, find a place to study. Is it bedroom? Maybe as a parent you might want them downstairs where you can keep an eye on them in the dining hall or the kitchen. Is it maybe a local library if you feel at home the environment is sometimes a little bit noisy if there's younger siblings? That obviously goes without saying that a nice quiet area is really important, and that's obviously for you as parents to decide where you feel your child is best suited to work. Number 2, organise your study space. So all children need to make sure that they have the right equipment. At school, we are more than welcome to actually help and support parents on equipment lists. So you can have lists so you know exactly what the children expect to bring into school. But if you find any of this difficult to purchase, please do let us know. And finally, file your notes. It's really important that once students have a study habit and they're doing their revision notes or their homework, that they actually write things down so they can keep going back to them to recall the information so it becomes more of a habit. By doing that often, again and again, children will actually recall the information and it'll become more easy for them to understand the work. So I'm now going to just highlight for you the school's virtual online platforms that students must use when working from home. Some of you obviously will be aware because you may have these as apps at home on your phones. The first one is Firefly, and that's the big red icon you can see to the left, and Google Classroom, which some teachers use as their virtual classroom to set homework and also learning every day. Groupwise is also our email provider, and we expect all students to be liaising with their teachers through Groupwise. So in terms of Groupwise itself, our email provider, I've just highlighted here a few ideas about why we use emails. Obviously, as you can be aware, that email is the quickest way to actually communicate with the form tutor, but also with the class teachers. Your child will have to access this using their FHS number and then their password that they use when they log in. Emails are also linked to Firefly and Google Classroom so that students can access their home learning from their emails. So accessing Groupwise from home, you can do this through using a device, a mobile device, or at home on a PC or laptop. If we scroll right down the bottom of our school website, you will see the quick links page or section. And there you'll see, as I've highlighted in red, a student and staff portal. When you click that section, then you'll see a login sign saying username and password. And the students therefore put their username, which is the FHS number, and their password, and that will sign them in straight away to Groupwise. So once you've logged in, you will see, as you can see on the screen, the FHS web portal. And across the top, we have Google Drive, which all students have access to, Google Classroom, Firefly. And then on the far right, we have webmail. That's the Groupwise emails. This is a portal page which all students have access to. So please do speak to your child about this portal page so they can become familiar with setting classwork and homework. So our two virtual learning platforms, as I've mentioned before, we have Firefly and Google Classroom. Depending on the subject area, teachers may prefer setting homework with Firefly. Some may prefer setting homework on Google Classroom. Your child will know which teacher uses which platform and how to access these. But if you as parents need some more support on how to access these, I will go for a very quick run with you right now. So, parent guide to Google Classroom. So as you know, what is Google Classroom? This is a free web service designed by Google for schools to help support their home learning and assignments. It basically makes sharing work between teachers and students paperless and really easy, especially in cases like lockdown. And what students can do on Google Classroom is they can share their work either on Google Docs using a word processor, a spreadsheet, or a PowerPoint presentation. In terms of accessing Google Classroom, as you've seen here, I've highlighted the actual web link where you as a parent can go in and you will see the actual classroom that's associated to your child. Your child's teacher will have sent them a join request, and once they join this, they will have access to everything that's on that classroom website. So for example, underneath, I've given you some ideas about how the students will be viewing this. So in the far left-hand corner, you will see Year 12 unit, a Year 8 unit, and a Year 7 unit for different lessons. In terms of using Google Classroom, it's very easy to use. The students have also been given information during PSHE about how to access Google Classroom. This is how it is viewed. Also, as you can see on this slide, you can see whether an assignment has been completed or not. And also, teachers use this vehicle as giving messages to students. I've also provided some extra guidance for parents and students if you wish to use Google Classroom yourself, or if it's the first time you wish to go onto the website. All these links will be available on our parental engagement website page. Thank you very much for listening, and if you would like to get in touch, please do use the parental engagement email shown here and also on our parental engagement page. Thank you.